My name is Lenny, and I am in the Now magazine, and we are at Twinkie's house. And this is a little segment we like to call Pop-Up Interview. So, Mr. Twinksters,
how's it going?
And Mr. Dustin.
What's up?
Oh, this is Melody King, by the way.
That gang.
So you guys are both in different bands. How did you all come together to do Melody King?
Well, there's this girl, right?
Yeah.
She said we'd never amount to shit.
Yeah, I said we never amount to shit.
No,
very true.
That is how we met, though.
Yeah.
We both dated the same chick at different times.
Yeah.
That happens.
Brotherly love.
And me and her were together, and we were at the bar, and Twinkie walks up. He's like, "You know this girl's a bitch, right?" I think that was the first thing you ever said to me.
That was.
You know this girl's a bitch, right?
that was the first thing I said, wasn't it? And then,
well, and that was one of those situations where I didn't know you, and this big dude walks up to me. He's like, "You know she's a bitch, right?" And I'm like, "Wait, is he trying to fight me, or is he being funny?"
No, I wasn't even being funny. I was being honest.
So I turned to check out her reaction, and she laughed about it. So I was like, I guess this is okay.
Yeah. You remember when I told her right before she left?
You're gonna jump off a mountain?
Yeah, I told her to go fall off a fucking mountain. How's it going, Amanda?
What's up?
So, do you have fun interviewing people?
Yeah. I mean, mostly I just stand behind the camera and be real quiet, but...
You interview people sometimes.
My first interview with a band was BTVS. That's the only one I've done.
What about you, Lenny?
Oh, man. Well, see, I'm used to having a piece of paper and reading off that. But my first interview was with Jamie Josta. And those of you that you don't know who Jamie Josta is the lead singer of Hatebreed.
Yeah.
And he was so cool. I mean, he knew I was completely green behind the ears. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So when I was reading it to him, like, "So what are your near future plans for the tour band?"
The tour band?
No, I'm serious. And he was so cool, and he worked with me, and it was awesome.
Did you about shit yourself?
Yeah. I did better with the next band after that. It was Arch Enemy. So
nice.
That's a band I'd like to interview.
Yeah. It was hard to understand them, too. I could barely understand them, and we did it outside.
Aren't they, what country are they from?
The one that has
He didn't ask
blonde
that question.
Amazons.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I didn't write down on my piece of paper. But, you know, I progressed in it, and I'm starting to get a little better, and I did a little better with Kitty. I interviewed Kitty, and it was with Amanda.
I'd like to interview.
Right.
But I was still reading off a piece of paper.
About Mushroom Head.
Sick Boy has a question.
Mushroom Head was awesome.
Sick Boy has a question. He's got to ask the question.
What question?
The Sick Boy question. What questions do Sick Boys like to ask? Earn your name.
Reputation going down.
Sick Boy doesn't really ask questions. I have all the answers.
Sick Boy is a question, man.
Right.
What was the one I asked you? What was it? Yeah, Sick Boy wants to know if you prefer a ball gag or a butt plug. Or a butt plug as a ball gag.
I kind of prefer the butt plug after it's been used.
Wow.
As a ball gag.
Okay. Good to know.
We want to get to know you guys, so, like, what do you do for a living?
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
I work with the developmentally disabled. I have for, on and off for 10 years. I got beat up for about 4 years.
Wow.
Every day.
By handicapped people?
Yeah.
And how does that go?
It's not fun.
Sorry.
Don't laugh.
No, it's
He's making me.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it.
You're like, by handicap.
It just got so serious. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
Okay, so you described a little bit about your work. We know that you have kids. So
Yeah, I have a little girl, she's 6. I have a son, he's a year and 3 months, I believe. He's a cute little guy. He's already cussing and drinking.
Is he smoking them Camels?
No. He hasn't been hanging out with Cyrus long enough. I started picking up that habit. But
What we really want to know is about Sick Boy.
Oh God.
Tell us your life story. When did you come out of your mom's vag?
The first thing I remember is this guy with gloves slapping me. That's kind of where it all started. If your life doesn't start with spanking, you're nothing.
Were you born with that beard?
I've had a beard since I was 15. And it's because my face is not symmetrical. My chin actually stops like here. So now I have a beard to keep all this shit like lined up.
Oh man. You about made me have a heart attack.
You know, I was raised Mennonite too, so I guess it's my wisdom also.
On that subject, when are you guys gonna start the Beards and Bonnets song?
oh God, I totally forgot. Yeah, me too. I totally forgot about that.
Okay, so that's a never.
No, that's one that must be so, because that's just way funny. Because we both have beards.
So where do the bonnets come in?
Well, I'm not gonna wear the bonnet. We could have somebody wear the bonnet.
Since you
You'd have Lenny
grew
wear
up
the bonnet.
as a Mennonite, you know, like that, what type of music influenced you, and how did you get influenced to the music you listen to now?
You know, it wasn't like the real. It's not like the Dutch Mennonite or the Amish or anything like that. It wasn't anything real strict.
Wow.
So I wasn't like restricted on what I could listen to. You know, I don't think that I actually listened to rock music until I was like 13 or so. Before that, it was all just like country. I wasn't too picky. I'd listen to about anything. I still listen to about anything. I worked in a record store for like 6 years, so very not music prejudiced, I guess.
And how long have you been playing the guitar?
I think I started playing when I was 14.
1, carry the 2, divide by 3, square
So like
root
12
of
years.
n.
Well,
Going on 17.
Did you say N?
Yeah.
I never think about how old I was when I started playing guitar, and it's one of those things where you try and remember where you were when you got one, or like what else you were doing to figure out what age you were.
Yeah.
I think it was 14 when I started playing. I didn't really learn how to play guitar until I was like 18 or 19. I owned them. I played in some bands when I was in high school, but the music that was popular wasn't anything that intricate, you know, it was
Right.
just all real simple stuff. I think that's the bad thing about growing up in the 90s is all the music was terrible in terms of like technicality. Like Nirvana ruined everything.
They really did.
And it's not that I'm not a Nirvana fan, it's just they made it easy for
the most
everyone else.
complicated, technical-wise music that ever came out in the 90s. Stone Temple Pilots and Primus.
Same question for Twinkie.
What? The same question.
Where
I
were
wasn't
you?
growing up Mennonite.
Ask that question again.
How old were you when you started first playing the guitar?
I was 15. And probably about 6 months after I started just learning kind of how to play guitar, I was in a band. And that's what we started out playing, was Nirvana covers and Misfits and the Ramones.
What band were you in when you were 16?
It was Whiplash, I think it was called. And there was another band called Whiplash, and the guys, they didn't care. And I didn't care. Shane Gothier was our lead singer, and I'll still remember him this days. Little small, little frail looking dude. And he would jump around and scream at the top of his lungs with absolutely no regard to melody and or timing.
So he
And everybody loved it.
You're saying he invented Screamo.
Yeah, quite handedly, single-handedly, he may have. And I took lessons for 2 years on guitar. It basically just taught me you know, little licks here and there. If I wanted to learn something, he would, you know, he'd show me how to play it and taught me a little bit about music theory. So it was easier for me to write my own songs.
And was your ability to sing a natural gift, or did you take lessons for singing as well?
No, I never took lessons for singing. I've always sang ever since I could talk. I'd sing in the shower, in the car. It kind of sucks because when you're younger, you know, you can sing to insanely high pitched shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, to the radio, and as you get older, it starts to piss you off because you can't do that anymore. But yeah,
I know
I
exactly
sing
where you're going.
anything I could. Anything
So
I
when,
could
did
heard more than.
when did you get pissed off about it? I heard your high notes.
No, but I used to be able to sing higher than that. My voice used to be real high pitched.
That's ridiculous.
A high tenor.
Yeah.
Moving on to the other bands, local bands like Fractured Black, or you know your band Beneath the Burning Sun, The Space Between. Give us your opinions on the other local talents that we have.
We forgot Rain Perro, but no, we have a lot of talent around. We have a lot of badass talent around here. True Illusion is one of them, and I hope they get back into the swing of things, but they aren't doing anything right now. But they're badass, and they're the old dogs that have been around for a long time. And Rain and Perro, new and just out here recently. It's Dustin's band. Badass. Can't possibly describe how much badass. Their time changes are just ridiculous.
I don't think there's any bad band in our local scene, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so either. Space Between is different because, you know, Danny the singer is playing drums and keyboards and shit, and that's awesome. And they're just definitely a sight to see. They're just, yeah, they're really good. And of course, my favorite one's King Shifter, but that.
King Shifter? Yes, absolutely.
That's my favorite local band, but Mantium, I just heard they got a guitar player, and they're badass.
Nice.
Like I can't possibly tell you how much it would have really made me mad if they would have broke up, because they definitely bring a different style to the scene that makes it more eclectic. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's
More
one of my
just
favorite
wonder-
frontmen of the
Oh, no
local
shit.
bands. I mean, like the way he sings is just unique to the scene.
That's a big fucking ginger man.
He is.
And he's the nicest dude too, man.
Very humble.
Yes, he is.
JWL.
Yeah, John Winston's leg. Our drummer, Tom, is now their vocalist, and he's not too bad. I was supposed to listen to a track tonight, and the link he gave me wasn't working, so I was gonna try to check it out. But yeah,
They're probably my top 3 favorite bands at Wake 3.
yeah.
That
That
was
sucked
the
they
first
had to
time I
open.
ever saw them. They were awesome.
Hell yeah, they were.
But Tom actually brings a really good element to that. His vocal style really fits that.
If only you
I
had the
really
beard.
like it. I know. I still think you should wear that crochet thing they were talking about, Megan.
Right.
The crocheted beard. The fake beard. Yeah, put it on dry. They've been writing a lot of stuff. They just put some stuff on Reverb Nation. Go check that out.
Got a new guitarist or bassist.
I think it's a bassist. I think
Yeah,
the
Dan
guitar
Danny's
player's
he's
from the
bassist.
band. Yeah. Yeah, me and Renee are really good friends. That's Travis's woman's.
The drummer.
Yeah.
The drummer.
Nursing Home Panty Raising.
Yeah, I gotta give it up for-
Semi-local band. that-
Yeah, they're
I wish-
badass, and
I
they're
wanna get
looking
them on
for
a
a
house
drummer
show.
right now.
Librium.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. I mean, I've seen them at shows, and I haven't seen them play in a while. Okay, yeah, we gotta ask you a question.
And for those that we missed, you kick ass too.
Yes. Melody King interviews the crew from In the Now. Hi, Lenny. Hi, Amanda.
Oh.
Sick boy.
Word.
We'd be sitting here, just chilling, and we're getting interviewed by the notorious In the Now magazine. And I'm trying to think of what my next question is going to be.
I have a question.
Okay. Sick boy has a question.
Who's your least favorite band that you've worked with or that you work with? Like, who's the awkward one that you just...
That's a good question. That's a good question.
That is a really good question. Wow, man.
The guitarist for Prong and the singer, Tommy, he was definitely awkward. Extremely. Not a good interview. It was very, very negative.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, he had nothing good to say about anything, and he was pissed. He was fucking pissed.
When you interviewed him, he was pissed? What
Oh,
was he
yeah.
pissed about?
Just everything in general, about life itself, and his band, and, you know, the night, and himself. And, man, I wish I could just watch the interview again, because it was crazy. But it was very negative and did not feel very good.
On the other hand, it's kind of awesome to catch someone on a bad day.
It
Yeah.
is.
You know, like everyone gets that creative front or whatever for their interviews. Like to catch someone on a bad day is kind of even more special than.
It is.
Also, the lead singer from Chevelle, he was a prick. He was but as far as local bands, they are the best to interview.
Who?
Beneath the Burning Sun, that's a good band to interview. They're pretty, they don't give a shit. And,
Like Honey Badger.
Yeah, we don't. we don't give a fuck.
we're pretty comfortable around them.
King Shifter's really fun to interview.
Yes.
Sprout's very
Sprout is
animated. Very
He
animated.
totally said, fuck him.
So this partakes our first incoming interview, pop-up interview. And I like it when you play the guitar.
Let's play the interview out.